Without further ado, I'd like to invite Mr. Andre Felker, the co-founder and CEO of the platform venture Backbone.One, which aims to deploy the operating system of a digitally and electrically transformed world to take the floor. Over to you, Andre.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me today. If you don't mind, I walk around. I can't talk and sit. I have to walk around. It's easier, so it might help you digesting also your lunch. Well, as Kira said, I'm the founder and CEO of Backbone.One. Backbone.One is currently in a rollout phase, and what we are doing actually is we try to combine all the ecosystem which will occur throughout this electrically and digitally converged world. I will come to that in a second. Just one thing, because obviously everybody says that today and everybody points that out, but I had some speeches this year on some festivals already, and I just want to still put some emphasis on this topic that we are really in a very, very unique era. As we are sitting here, every one of us can really contribute something to make the world sustainably better for our children, for our grandchildren. And this is something which won't happen by one single company, by one single individual, or not even by a bunch of companies. This is something where we have to cooperate, co-create, co-innovate, we have to share, and so all together we can make a change. If you look at the S-curves of disruption of the last 100 years, there were lots of innovations occurring, and the last big change was the digital revolution, which started around 20 years ago, which literally changed everything. And now, and I also want to point that out because I'm not quite sure if everybody is aware of this, the next S-curve approaching within the next 12 to 18 months, which will disrupt again everything, is something we call the electrification of the world. And the electrification of the world is not just e-mobility, because everybody is talking about that because it's somehow the main topic in the media, but it's really about producing, storing renewable energy, and not only as energy supplier or as a company or industries, but also individuals, and getting interconnected. It's about decentralized distribution of this energy, of trade, and that's where our business model is actually also positioned. Because what we say is this digital transformation, which is still ongoing, is heavily converging towards the beginning of the electrical transformation. And here at the intersection you see, this intersection is slowly growing and growing and growing. And here at the intersection, new ecosystems occur. Ecosystems can be a smart home, which is energy self-sufficient. An ecosystem can be a supermarket chain with all of its shops. An ecosystem can be a single charging station, but as well as, for example, a fleet of electric cars. And all these ecosystems have somehow be combined in a certain way. And this is not only a question of internet, of blockchain, of smart grid, of regulatory. It has to be more for these ecosystems to become business models, to become value creation models. So it needs an operating system. And that's what Backbone.One wants to deploy. What does it mean? In short, we actually bring all these stakeholders, all these ecosystems on a single platform which provides this operating system. So every stakeholder is encouraged and enabled to store energy, to produce energy, renewable one of course, and to start trading with it. So companies trade with private persons trade among each other and so on. And it's not only the energy surpluses, but it's also storage capacity, because somehow we have to stabilize the grid, we have to do peak shaping and so on. So there's a big matter in aggregating these capacities in order to stabilize the grid. So that's what the system is doing, basically. And consumers as well as industries generate value by selling these surpluses or by selling these or trading these capacities of storage solutions. And even more so, and we will launch that in autumn officially, It has an aggregator function. Aggregator function means that I'm continuously measuring data like what is the autarky level of someone, of a company, of an individual, what is the, we call it, renewable energy footprint, and then, like on Facebook or any other social media, I can get interconnected with others who are similar to me, so we can join in aggregating and trading energy or capacity. And this enables whole new business models for all verticals actually we can think of, starting with retail and ending up at insurance. And that's actually something which will push renewable energies in a very, very, very strong way. And all this is then also our contribution to the SDGs, not only to one, but to several ones. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andre. I think we've heard a lot today already about collaboration, and it was good to see a very practical example of collaboration through the Backbone.One platform there.